Welcome to the Rugby Obsession Deep Dive. Before we really get into things today, make sure to hit that subscribe button for Rugby Obsession right now so you never miss an update on all things rugby.
Yeah, definitely do that.
So today we are looking at the fallout from Murrayfield. The reaction to England's back-to-back Six Nations defeats against Scotland and Ireland. And it's been brutal, to say the least.
Oh, absolutely brutal. I mean, the press has been relentless, but we do have a really positive voice of reason today.
Right. Former England prop David Flatman, he is really trying to inject some sanity into this whole panicked conversation.
He's definitely pushing against the tide here.
Yeah.
While everyone else is just dismantling the squad player by player, Flatman is arguing for a bit of perspective.
Yeah.
He's warning against that burn-it-all-down mentality that always seems to take over after a big loss.
What's what he calls the Big Ron syndrome.
Yes, Big Ron.
Right? So Flatman shared this brilliant anecdote about his neighbor, Big Ron, who is currently demanding that George Ford be completely sacked.
Right, and this is the exact same neighbor who thought Ford was king of the world just, 3 weeks ago?
Exactly 3 weeks. It really highlights how quickly people forget things.
Yeah.
That 12-match winning streak England was just on. Completely forgotten.
It vanishes from memory so fast.
Yeah.
And that context is crucial for Flatman's main message to the fans, which is basically just to chill out.
Just chill out.
Right.
Because he points out that, yes, the team looks physically knackered right now.
They do look heavy-legged, but he suspects the root cause is actually psychological, not physical.
How so?
Yeah.
I mean, they train to be at peak physical condition year-round.
They do, but the brain has a massive impact on the body. When you go from a long winning streak to sudden, immense pressure, the fear of losing literally makes your legs feel heavy.
Wow, so
It's mental fatigue just manifesting physically on the pitch.
Yeah.
You're second-guessing yourself, you're tense, and you burn twice the energy just stressing about the result.
That makes total sense, and it perfectly explains why his solution isn't to just fire 15 players like Big Ron wants.
Right, no knee-jerk reactions. He is calling for stability across the squad.
But with a very specific tactical shift. He says, England needs more beef.
More beef. I love that phrasing. And he's not just talking about cutting dead weight on the scales.
No, it's about actual dominance in the collision area.
Exactly. It's a really necessary adjustment. You obviously don't want to revert to a plodding, old-school style of rugby.
Right, nobody wants to watch that.
But you do need players who can dent the defensive line and actually win the game line battle.
Because the current setup is just a bit too lightweight to generate real momentum against heavy-hitting sides like Ireland or Scotland.
Yeah. They just get pushed back in the tackle.
Hey, just jumping in real quick, if you are enjoying this analysis, take a quick second to subscribe to Rugby Obsession.
It really helps us bring you more deep dives.
So getting back to it, regarding who brings that physicality, the spotlight has heavily fallen on Maro Itoje.
It has. There have been a lot of concerns about his fitness levels lately.
There have, but Flatman is absolutely adamant that dropping him is not the answer here.
I mean, you have to keep your captain on the field.
You do. And Flatman's argument is that Itoje has this massive history of pulling out huge performances when the heat is really on.
Right. You don't destabilize your leadership group when you are actively trying to steady the ship.
Exactly. You need that anchor.
However, he does admit that for players without that kind of bank of credit, their shirts are genuinely under threat right now.
Which perfectly brings us to the upcoming Italy match in Rome.
Yes, a huge game for a lot of these guys.
The Rome redemption, if you will.
I like that, because instead of viewing this game as a crisis meeting, Flatman actually sees it as a prime opportunity.
It's a chance for those players on the bubble to prove the critics wrong, show they deserve the shirt.
And prove fickle neighbors like Big Ron wrong, too.
Yeah, exactly. Because if they can clear that psychological fog we talked about and bring the beef that Flatman is asking for,
then the entire narrative shifts instantly. It really does flip overnight.
it's going to be fascinating to watch. So we really want to hear from you on this. Is Flatman right that the fatigue is purely psychological?
And does England really just need more power, more beef to fix this slump?
Leave a comment with your opinion down below. We'd love to know what you think.
We absolutely do read them all.
Finally, make sure you are subscribed to Rugby Obsession. Thank you for listening to the Rugby Obsession Deep Dive, and we'll look forward to you listening to our next episode.